Okay, so when you put this in, there's ears on the intake gasket that go into a hole and hold the intake gasket into place when you're putting this in from the back. You slide it in, you tilt it up a little bit and you slide it in. And don't forget to plug in your actuator that's down here for the swirl valves. Don't forget that plug. There's two plugs underneath. There's this one, right, that plugs into that one, and then there's this other one that plugs in right here. Don't forget those. And this little guy has a gasket on there. That was another thing that was unusual. I kept my wires off until I put the intake into place, and I used some assembly grease on this O-ring to put it in. There's a gasket that goes here that's in place. I gotta fasten that, and then I'm gonna do the pedestal. The hardest part about this job was this one doesn't have a coupler right here, so I had to unbolt it from back down there. There's that bracket down there, you see? It's connected to the pipe. And that one's a 13 millimeter, it's a bitch. And then I had to cut the exhaust on the bottom in order for it to move because I don't have that coupler. And I cut it just as it starts to go straight back so that I have room to wiggle it up. And you'll hold this back and up after you get all of these bastard bolts down here that hold in your turbo. And they had done this job before, so they didn't have these two bolts on there. But this is the next thing that I'm gonna install, and then I'm gonna put that bad boy turbo back in, and I gotta weld the bottom, which is a pain in the ass, but everything is going good so far. I didn't have to take off this pipe. What else? Oh, the fuel rails I didn't take off because I just like pushed it in together. I like kind of pried on it using the intake, and then as like a fulcrum. Anyways, I got the pipette out of there with the flared fitting, and I had to put that back in. This is probably the hardest damn intake I've ever done. Okay. It's been a total of, for me, I'd say 6 hours yesterday, 5 hours today. Damn. I could go faster, I guess.